and please welcome to a special edition of the Voice of Mongolia podcast together with the MNB World. In this special edition, we invited UN coordinator to Mongolia, Mr. Tapan Mishra, and thank you for coming here and happy Nadam holiday.
Thank you, Rensma, for inviting me for this interview. It's a proud moment for me, privilege and honor to be here to discuss with you about my experience on Nadam. Thank you.
And you've been here, working here in Mongolia almost 5 years, and please tell us your experience of Nadam.
I have experienced Nadam as a true expression of the rich cultural heritage of Mongolia, which has been inherited by the ancestors of Mongolia. And I had the tremendous opportunity to experience the beauty of this festival for the last 5 years, although initially there was COVID and we couldn't really enjoy the Nadam. For the last several years, the beauty and the splendor of the glorious Nadam celebration has been one of the most remarkable events for us to be in Mongolia. You know, Nadam is also one of the Mongolian cultural intangible heritages from 2010.
Yes, right.
And I know that Mongolia's pastoral and nomadic culture is deeply ingrained in Nadam, which is also almost the celebration of the end of summer, because after Nadam comes Namar, right? The autumn and spring, autumn and the fall. And I think the beauty of Nadam is that it is a very inclusive festival. Not only it is about the three main games of wrestling, of archery and of horse racing, but it brings the whole families together. Women, children, they all dressed in their traditional beautiful dales and traditional attires, are very proud to display the artifacts of the rich Mongolian culture. And I personally believe that this is where the celebration of the heroes of Mongolia, in terms of the strongest wrestlers, the fastest horses and the sharpest archers, is celebrated. There's also an oral tradition. A lot of oral oratory is done, a lot of singing and dancing, music and festival, food. The Nadam Hoshur with arak is supposed to be an amazing combination. Also the fact that we have seen that in Mongolia, even the Del becomes a part of the celebration. In the Sukhbata Square, families come to wear the Del and display their splendorous costumes of Nadam in a very traditional way. And I think the rich culture of Mongolia is preserved and maintained by the people of Mongolia, which is something great. And I have traveled all over Mongolia to see that all over Mongolia, every Bag, Sum, Amag, they celebrate Nadam very beautifully.
And you said you traveled around Mongolia. And what do you like the most of Mongolia?
So what I like most about Mongolia is three things. First of all, Gakhamshikte Mongolian bagel, the beautiful nature. Beautiful nature, right from Hofskul, the Hoksuvd in the north in Hofskul, to the Buirnur in the east in Dornod, to in Hovd, the beautiful agricultural thing in the west, and the golden sands and Umngov and Dundgov. And so looking at the complexity of the cultural heritage in different parts of the Mongolia is something I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed working with the Timeching in Gobi and the Satang in Hofskul, the Chabok and the Satang.
Yes.
So I have richly enjoyed the nature, number one. Number two, the people. Such warm-hearted people, so friendly, and they're always welcoming and they're always warm and friendly. It brings in the warmth in their hearts and the souls. They are very welcoming, and also I like the entire traditions and the rich culture of Mongolia. Nadam, Sagangsar, and the ways families get together, because it's a very harsh climate country.
Yes, right.
We have zoods and winters which are harsh, and we come together during summer, the Hawar, Namar and Zoom.
Yeah, and we have so many challenges because of the climate change and And could you tell us about the Sustainable Development Goals, which is implementing the United Nations, and what's the fulfillment in Mongolia?
So Mongolia is one of the 93 countries, 193 countries which have joined the United Nations and signed off on the Sustainable Development Goals, the Dr. Hugjil. So the idea is that Mongolia has matched its national priorities along with Mongolia's Vision 2050 with the insurance of the the sustainable goals as a priority. We are doing regularly the voluntary national reviews of where we are, how are we bringing inclusively all Mongolians together for inclusive sustainable development in the Hudo, in the Buschilsin, in the Hoth, all together to create a Mongolia which is developing in a fast manner. Today, Mongolia's GDP per capita has grown to $6,000 per person. So we are increasing. We need to build our economy in a more diversified way. Our economy is dependent more on mining today, but we can expand on agricultural products in terms of the Su Tarak Bishlik, Mach, wool, cashmere, leather, all those facets can enhance the diversified economy. We should move away from exporting raw material to process value and processing in Mongolia. And also we need to take care of the fact that everybody, especially Zala Choding and Emekti Choding, have opportunities for employment and jobs. Also getting them more gender-based equality, eradicate violence. We have better governance, and most importantly, our climate change and environment priorities. So we're working on all these. We have a cooperation framework for next 5 years to work on the 3 areas on human development and people's well-being, number one. Number two, on green, inclusive and inclusive green and sustainable growth. And third is on people-centered governance, access to justice, rule of law and human rights. So that's how we're working on.
So compact, projects, So, and it's quite interesting for us how UN staffs celebrating Nadam holiday.
So the UN staff are really very happy to enjoy the spectacle of the Mongolian traditions, which is displayed in Nadam. I think they will all be here for the Nadam celebration today at the opening ceremony. We also had yesterday the Nadam concert, and we enjoyed the Urting Do and all the other traditions and the Bujik. That is so amazing. So for especially internationals who come to Mongolia, it's a absolutely awesome and amazing celebration, experience for them. And for me personally, I would like to say that in case of Mongolians, they really preserve their rich traditions. All our Mongolian staff wear their beautiful dales and come and enjoy the festivals. They participate in different facets of the Mongolia's Nadam celebration. And to me, I would like to say to all our international as well as guests and our visitors who are coming to Mongolia, Mongolian Sahan Oron Tavta Morilno. Welcome to beautiful Mongolia, especially in Nadam, where the rich traditions are displayed. Buhni Huchte, or may the wrestlers be strong. Morine Hurdan, may the horses be faster. Sum Mergen, or may the arrows be sharper. And may the celebrate and enjoy Nadam. Hotol Olnoro Denj Hotolto Sakan Nadare.
Thank you very much, and happy Nadam holiday, and thank you for coming to our stage and give a little interview for Voice of Mongolia podcast.
My pleasure, and I would like to say that this is my last Nadam, hopefully, as my term of 5 years is coming to a close. And I'm very, very happy to be here to celebrate Nadam, and I encourage all internationals and the people around the world to come and enjoy beautiful Mongolia. We have a tourism year. So in addition to mining sector being developed, we talked about agriculture. The third most important thing is tourism. Julchilil. So Julchilil, sustainable tourism is something we're trying to celebrate with the culture, the beautiful nature and the culture I talked about. And I'd like to say that this is something I would like to encourage all the people around the world to visit Mongolia. After Morilno. So welcome to Mongolia. And Mashik Baitla, Sakanadare.
Thank you very much. And Mr. Tapan Mishra, UN coordinator to Mongolia, participated our Nadam special editions of the Voice of Mongolia podcast. Thank you for being with us.